right, we are here in Lake Tahoe. We have Baker Mayfield with us. This is very exciting. Mike Ryan joining us for his first segment of God Bless Football because he is such a big fan of Baker Mayfield's calling.
It's amazing when people
just popped in.
It's amazing when it just pop in when all of a sudden one of their favorite players sits down, huh, Mike?
I mean, the way that the Browns treated Baker made me stop being a Browns fan, so I'm just like a Baker fan now.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, seriously, the moment. All right, I'm just going to hijack this.
No, go ahead, Mike.
The moment with the
There's
Rams.
a reason I asked you to sit down with us, okay?
You
I knew this is a big deal
and
for you.
You won that primetime game, like peak moment of the NFL season for me. I was with, I'm sure you know, Miz is a huge Browns fan,
guy, yeah.
and we were just geeking out over that Rams game because he loves Baker. Baker's the best quarterback since the Browns came back that we ever had, and the way that we treated him was just garbage.
So I want to ask this because
was there a question there, Mike?
No, it was a declarative statement.
by him.
Period.
So
treated
we
him
always
like
talk
garbage.
about when at every position, but quarterback position is the toughest position. Whenever you change teams, there's a new verbiage out there that you have to learn. You learned it. I mean, just kind of take people down on the field where they can't go of just how tough, or it didn't seem too tough, the way you did it, the way you handled it, when you were just there for a few days and all of a sudden you're leading the Rams on a winning drive.
I mean, I used to get really frustrated that I had a new offensive coordinator almost every year, but it wound up being very beneficial for the 48 hours.
Sorry about that.
You get to know all the verbiage and stuff, and obviously a lot of it was new. Pretty extensive play calls that McVay had there, and we talked about it. I was studying like I was going to do the SAT or ACT, and I was like, all right, just give me a wristband, I'll be fine. Sean didn't call one damn play off that wristband. And we still laugh about it, but it was it's not easy because you're learning the terms, and not only that, you're trying to check the formation to make sure everybody's lined up right. That's the one thing. As a quarterback, you got to make sure everybody's on the same page, but at the same time, I'm trying to run through to make sure I know what I'm doing. It was one of the crazier moments of my life, that's for sure.
Baker, when you look back at your time with Cleveland, I'm going to talk golf with you, and we'll get to it in a second here because we're out of Tahoe and you're playing for the first time this year, so that's pretty cool. But when you look back at your time at Cleveland, if you could do it again, is there anything you would do differently?
You know what? The thing about it is everybody talks about how I got treated and whatnot, but me and my wife, we loved living in Cleveland. Right. It's a great town. It gets a bad rap, honestly. It's a good sports town. They're loyal as hell. I look back at the season of when I got hurt I'm just too damn stubborn. I love playing the game, and obviously I was going through some injuries starting early in the season in 2021, but everything happens for a reason, and I truly believe that. So for me, there's brighter days to come, but I'm thankful for my time there.
I'm glad you said that about Cleveland because I was born and raised in the east side, and the flats have come back, and it's really turning back into a fun town again. So again, here you are with do you look at it as a you're a very confident player and you believe you'll be playing in this league for a long time, but you take these opportunities now where the Tampa Bay Bucs, that team is yours now to quarterback, as a way to reestablish yourself? Is that the attitude?
Yeah, I mean, I feel healthy. This is a opportunity of a lifetime for me. Coming to a team and an organization that's had a lot of success from top down. They run it well, and that's the reason why they've had success. And everybody, obviously, Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time.
I was just saying that and Brady.
Everybody talks about that, but that only makes our veterans that were a part of the Super Bowl run even more pissed off and hungry because they're like, well, we were a part of it too. So, it's just a great opportunity for me to go back in, and I think that LA stint brought the confidence back, kind of made me have fun again and realize why I was playing the game and why I was here. And so I'm just looking forward to it.
It's supposed to be fun, isn't it?
It is.
I think sometimes that gets lost, doesn't it?
It does. It is a business, but it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, watching you, the fun was infectious, and you never really made excuses. That was the whole deal throughout that season. But I think it was like week 2. It was against the Bears.
Yeah.
That you sustained the first injury.
Yep.
And I've always theorized that if you just listen to your body then and you didn't try to tough it out, because that was a championship window. There was Super Bowl talk. You'd probably.
But that's
my mind's telling me yes, but my body.
But Mike, that's what we liked about him was that he would gut it out.
Well,
we love Baker.
I applied that to every bit of the quarterback evaluation.
I kept saying,
too.
I wish Baker was my quarterback. I remember every week.
That was another thing Miz and I talked about. That Jets Thursday nighter where all the beer kegs unlocked.
There's a difference though. I mean, if you're hindering your play though, looking back on it, I mean, there's good and bad.
Yeah. But if you sat it out, would you still be the Browns quarterback?
Oh, I don't know. That's not for me to decide, and I'm not going to go with these what-if questions.
Yeah. I don't blame you one bit. But the playing with injury, that it is a thing of playing injured or playing hurt. And you know what? I hate always doing the back in the day. We were dumb. Mm-hmm. Listen, it didn't matter. I mean, arm, hand, whatever. You went out and played. And for someone like me who was an average player, I was fighting to make a team. It made 9 years, so it was a good career. But you're fighting for it, so it's like you can never come off the field. If I come off the field, someone else is taking my place. But if you're so hurt that you can't perform well, but you still think, Baker, in your mind that you can, right?
Absolutely. That's the stubbornness that's gotten me to this point. Can't be an average-sized dude and make it to this point without being stubborn as hell.
Didn't you throw like a 70-yard Hail Mary touchdown with a bad shoulder? Like,
it was.
Still do certain things out there that had you believe in that you could tough it out.
Yeah, throwing comes down to a lot more than just arm strength. So you gotta get a little torque in it, and once you're short and squatty, you get a lot of torque into it.
Wait about 30 years. I got a new knee coming, new shoulder. You'll be down that road. Give yourself a few decades.
Yeah, exactly.
Noel, you love doing that humble thing where you 9 seasons. You like to tell stories.
That's a hell of a career.
But I know 9 seasons. Yeah. He tells us stories. Hey, because he played next to Reggie White and Jerome Brown and Clyde Simmons. That they told him just don't move, don't get in our way.
Somebody had
to. You were good, Mike. You were a good NFL player.
Somebody had to deal with the double team so Reggie and Jerome could be single block. That just happened to be.
Yeah.
You're a selfless guy.
Well, yeah. Thank you, Baker. Thank you for noticing. Gosh.
So why'd you decide to come out to Tahoe? This is your first year. I didn't realize you were so into golf, man.
Yeah. Honestly, been picking it up in the last 3 years. I wanted to come out last year, but I had shoulder surgery in January, so that wasn't going to be a good time for me. But yeah, just been working on it, and it's the most humbling, frustrating sport in the world. But you hit a couple shots that bring you back.
Isn't that the thing? You have a good hole or a good shot, and you're like, this is why I come back, and then you triple bogey the next hole.
Exactly, yeah, just gluttons for punishment.
Yeah. But quarterbacks are supposed to be, this is supposed to be something you do well.
It is, which is why it's so frustrating. I'm not very good at it.
Are you like all the other world-class athletes out here that think you can win it this early?
I don't think I can win it.
Yeah.
I'm not that stupid. I want to compete. I want to compete. I want to go top 30, top 25, but I was watching the highlights of Tony Romo, Marty Fish. There's no chance I'm going to compete with these guys.
Right. Well, no one can compete with Romo. Well, no one takes it more seriously.
But it's too humbling a sport. When you don't do it enough, you just know you're not going to be consistent enough for those guys. The Marty Fishes and Romos of the world and Smoltzes of the world.
Exactly.
Jack Wagner in the day.
Jack Wagner.
Jack Wagner.
Baker, do you know who Jack Wagner is?
I unfortunately do not.
Man.
He's an institution out here.
I keep bringing him up. He and McMahon are the two that have played in every one of these, I believe.
Yeah. I just found that out that Jim's played in every single one of them.
Yeah, and usually barefoot.
Yeah, usually barefoot.
Last year on the scooter. Is he still on a scooter?
He's got the foot. Yeah, he's still in the boot.
Is he really?
Yeah, he doesn't care. He goes, it doesn't affect my golf game because, of what, is ingested and all that.
Joints are loose.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
I'll say no more.
Baker, just go out there and have fun. Don't worry about where you
place.
Don't worry about what. Like, if you went out and played this course with no one around, what do you think you would shoot on it?
Ooh, I think mid-80s.
Really?
Upper 80s. I'm going to say that, then I'm going to go out in here, and you guys are going to be like, this guy's full of it.
No, but you got to have that confidence.
Yeah. No, I would love to be able to say that. But I swing from the left side, so there's some holes that are favorable for me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wait, so you're a lefty golfer,
yeah.
and you throw righty, though, right?
Lefty and baseball and golf. That's
did you just ask him, and you throw righty, right? Like you were asking him a question if he threw righty?
It's odd. It's odd that he does one sport lefty.
All of a sudden you thought it was Steve Young sitting here?
Well, listen, would you put it past me at this point?
You can't expect him to know
that is true.
What if I told you there was a guy out here from the media who's been doing this for 20 years at a really high level? Okay.
That's
high level is debatable.
At a really good level, okay? At a decent level, at a below average level. But regardless,
at a very secure level.
A guy who's a Jet fan who walked up on the range and had a 20-minute conversation with a person that he thought was Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my gosh.
But it was Jake Owen. What would you say? What would you say about that person, Baker, huh?
Idiot.
Figure it out.
It just blows my mind.
Did Jake not interrupt it at all?
No, Jake went with it.
No, Jake,
I
Jake
love
did.
that.
He did.
He was very cool.
He's a good sport. He's a good sport.
Baker, I go like this. I go, "You're my quarterback." He goes, "I am your quarterback."
Inside, he's going, "What a complete tool you are."
Oh, he's just letting you go for it too.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
awesome.
Yeah, that's what you
that.
do, though, right?
Yeah, you got to go with
well. All right, man. It's Tampa. So, what do you think this year, man? I'm thinking a future bet on you guys to win the Super Bowl. What do you think?
I'm excited about it. You know, I
Guarantee
think,
it.
Yeah.
That's just what Baker needs.
Oh my God.
you know, being in that division last year and seeing the competition. I mean, obviously everybody talks about NFC South that it's not real strong.
Yeah.
The division as a whole is going to be a lot better than people think. I mean, Tampa did win the division with a losing record last year, and we're looking to obviously improve on that. But I think this is standards that we've set in the offseason, kind of the accountability that everybody's got going on right now. It's a great atmosphere, so I'm excited about it.
Why Tampa? Why'd you pick Tampa?
For me, it was kind of a long-term decision. I knew it wasn't going to be a long-term deal by any means. I know I got to go out and prove it. But looking at it organization-wise as a place that I can come in and compete right away in a division that, like we just talked about, to where I'll have a chance to showcase that. And then obviously coming out for the draft, Todd Bowles and I, we wanted to work together. He was with the Jets at the time. But yeah, familiar faces, and then obviously with Dave Canales' system in Seattle that he's bringing is similar to LA. So it kind of showcases a lot of things that I'm good at, and so I'm looking forward to all those things just combining.
So this is kind of the last hurrah before
It is.
camp. I always remember a week or two before camp, my wife was ready for me to go because you start to get antsy, and so it's right around the corner now. How do
Still
you
ready
get
for you to
before
go.
camp? Yeah, thanks, Stu.
No, I'm ready for it. It had obviously I was there from mid-April till mid-June, and so got to enjoy all that, and have had a couple of weeks off just doing workouts and stuff. But then after this tournament, head straight to Tampa and gear up for the season.
All right, if you want to be in good shape and not worry about anything bad happening to you here, I suggest you stay away from Kelsey and Mahomes the entire weekend. Okay?
They're too much fun. They're too
much fun.
And if you're struggling out there and you just want someone to follow you and constantly make excuses, he's hurt. He's I did that for like 3 seasons.
This is your biggest advantage, right?
So,
Right?
like,
Oh, my God.
I'll just be out there like, no, you don't understand. One injury compounds another one, and his other the legs sort of overcompensating.
Baker, I am telling you, you do not. You might think you have one. You do not have a bigger fan than this gentleman to my left.
I
okay?
love that.
Yeah.
You're
So
gonna
have
have
to work with him.
You're gonna have to compete with my grandma, but we'll see.
This is what I say to all the guys that come on when I'm on the show with you guys, and you're doing this. I say, I'm sorry for them.
No, it's great.
sorry.
Makes it entertaining. It's better than a boring interview.
You're sorry he has a fan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about him. Me and Mike are gonna go over here after. He's like, seriously, I'm sorry about it.
Sorry, we like you. Okay. You apologize in advance. Is that
Yeah,
what you
that's it. That's it.
All right, Baker, we appreciate this.
I appreciate it, guys. Yeah,
it's been a
thank
thrill
you.
for all three of us.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
No one more so than Mike Ryan.
Yeah.
So, thank you, buddy.
I'm
Thank you,
getting a
guys.
picture. I haven't done that all tournament.
Good luck this
I love
weekend
it.
and good luck this season.
Thank
man.
you.
All right,
Appreciate
bud.
it.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.